All right, so Neil, I'm told that you are the chap responsible for restoring the tiller bar. If you could tell me a little bit about what you did and what it's for.
Okay, the tiller bar, or the steering lever. This is the driver's control mechanism for actuating the steering brakes in the tank. This is how, when he's driving, how he actually steers the tank. By pulling on it, he can actuate the brakes on the left side with, this is the left tiller bar, he has another one inside on the right. But as he pulls on it, he actuates the brakes. As he's driving along, that causes the track on the left-hand side to slow down a bit. As it slows down, of course, this one on the other side is going to be pushing faster, and that tends to start to make you crank off to whatever direction you want to go, to the left, in this case, for the left tiller bar. In addition, if he pulls back on both tiller bars at the same time, he can apply the main brakes and use that to stop himself. Or he can yank one back singly by itself and lock it up, have that track locked with power put onto the other track. He can do a pivot turn and actually make the tank turn in a 90 degree or 360 degrees standing still in one spot. But as I said, the tiller bar was mounted down inside on the floor, and the tank sat there for nearly 70 years, accumulating all kinds of debris inside, plant matter, animal matter. It was a biomass of a very corrosive nature that it's sitting on top of all the steel piled up, being wet constantly. It just was a constant corrosion and rust in the steel. Consequently, the base here of this tiller bar had been pretty well rotted completely out. It was danger to the point of actually it snapping if we went to use it. Consequently, we had to pull it out and we had to do some refurbishing on it. I had to weld in steel plates on both sides to reinforce it and rebuild it so it could take the strain and the pressure. These are the linkages, or the bars that actually hook up to it. So as you pull on the lever, they in turn will be pulling and pushing on these bars, and they are in turn tied onto the drum brake mechanism, which actuates the brake bands on the brake mechanism. Kind of like a long procedure to do it, because I had to weld it and make sure it didn't warp at the same time. We're going to have problems with the other one as well. I think this time we might farm it out, though, to some of the apprentice machinists at the fabricating school and see if they can actually make us a whole new one, or a whole new base at least, because that is the problem. Anything that's sat down below and is sat in that corrosive toxic brew that was in there before we cleaned it out is consequently rotted away. This one is ready to go. The other one is still working, but is weakened as well, so that'll be a future thing. For today, we're going to concentrate just having it ready on standby when we move the vehicle, so if need be and we do have to use the brakes, we can quickly throw this in, put some bolts on it, hook up the levers again, and we'll have braking if worse comes to worse.
All right, thanks very much for your time.
No problem.